Michelle Graves, your host on The Power of Money, and I'm honored to have you as a part of my world in this coming segment. With The Power of Money, as you know, we are interested in three things. First, that you get the necessary education so that you and your family will have the information to do well in these difficult times. The second thing I'm interested in is for you to be empowered to prosper. I want only the best for you, but you can't get that if you don't have the education and then the drive to make it happen. And the final thing, and perhaps the most important thing, is that you be energized. Because life is more than a journey. Life is about living. And so I want you to learn these things and to be empowered and encouraged and energized. I'm Michelle Graves. Now here we go. And welcome to today's segment of The Power of Money with your host, Michelle Graves, affectionately known, that's me, affectionately known for the last 40 years throughout the United States and internationally as the Money Lady. And as always, my commitment is to bring you information, trends, introduce you to new faces, people doing things that are powerful and creative. And despite all the chaos and confusion that is on the face of the earth right now, there's still room for excitement. There's still room for incredible hope and even joy. And on today's segment, I think you're going to conclude that things may be tough, but the tough only get tougher, and that there are people and opportunities today. So I'm going to be focusing this show on entrepreneurship. It's a subject I haven't visited in some time. One of my previous guests was Adrian Hurd, who's a very well-known coach and advisor for entrepreneurs. And I've also had a few other guests. You can go to YouTube, thepowerofmoney.com, with Michelle Graves, and look under entrepreneurs. You'll see quite a bit of information. But we want to fast forward today because I want to talk to you about this really amazing trend that is taking place in our country, where people are choosing to have their own businesses, real committed businesses. And due to all the things that arose from COVID, a lot of people had second thoughts and said, let's do it. And I will say to you, as having been an entrepreneur and businesswoman for over 40 years and finding it to be the most remarkable adventure of my life, I always take great delight in meeting people that are on that same trajectory. And without a lot of fanfare, I'm going to introduce you to my guest today, Tiffany Day, who is CEO of Creative Teas and More in Cincinnati, Ohio. And she transitioned from a nurse to a business owner. And I want to talk with her openly. For those of you thinking about going into business, we're going to talk about some of the challenges, some of the things you want to look at carefully before you take that leap. It's got to be not only a leap of faith, but a whole lot of grit and money. Okay, not seriously, and money. Okay, so without taking any more time on my end, because I want to talk to her and introduce you to her, let's get going. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you, Tiffany?
I'm doing well, and yourself?
I'm doing great. I wouldn't have it any other way. I'm above the earth and not below the earth, and it's always good to be alive and to be happy. But let's talk about you and your venture into entrepreneurship. Why don't you give our viewers, who are throughout the United States, some information about yourself before you made this leap?
Okay. Well, my name is Tiffany Day. I am a nurse. I've been a nurse since 2006. And I've been in nursing home facilities. I've been in home care. And I mean, I've enjoyed nursing. But I always wanted to do something for myself. I've always wanted to be an entrepreneur. I can say that this journey really started when I was younger. I remember this company called Olympic Sales Club, and they had wrapping paper or something like that. I remember selling that when I was younger. So I've
Okay.
always wanted to make things and sell things. And so, having been in nursing, and coming out of COVID, I just wanted to do something different. As you know, with COVID, a lot of nurses were overworked. Um, and so, and things just changed for us. So I just wanted to do something different and do something that was for me.
I certainly respect and appreciate you saying that you wanted to do something for you. And without a doubt, COVID was a beast and still is. The variant still is taking numbers, and the nursing industry has definitely been impacted with all of the things that are happening with this horrible, horrible virus. So you made a decision, but actually your background suggests that you always had a passion perhaps for sales and for meeting and greeting people. And is that a fair assumption?
It's a fair assumption. It
Okay,
is.
okay. But that's a good assumption because salespeople make sure everybody else gets paid. Without salespeople, you don't have anything going. I say this to people all the time. I said it's those people that are willing to get out there and talk to you and show you things and do things and shake hands. And I think that that distinguishes that group, which are incredibly highly compensated. When you get through all the muck, it's the salespeople, sales force, that are the people that are highly paid. And frankly, they should be,
They
because
absolutely should.
it's a tough job. So you came out of nursing and after the COVID, and let's talk about how you evolved. Okay.
So, I'm actually still in nursing,
Okay.
but I put a lot of time and effort into my business. Um, it really started with just making T-shirts.
Okay.
People wanted things for like family reunions, birthdays, things like that. And it just kind of evolved into something totally different. I wasn't expecting it. I was in a lot of Facebook groups where they would give you like different ideas of things that you could do and learning and these classes. And so taking these classes, I learned different things that I could do besides T-shirts. So I made T-shirts, and then I started making glassware. Um, then I went from making glasses to making tumblers and designing shoes and jackets and purses, and it just kept going. It just kept going.
Ah, it sounds like that was your fit.
Yes,
You
I
found your
believe it is.
home.
Yes.
I think that's fantastic. So, did you learn about these techniques from classroom training, or did you bring those to the table as a part of your business model?
So it was like some classroom training. I did a lot of virtual classes to teach me how to do different items. I had people who would teach me about, I'm gonna use example, a Cricut machine. It's a vinyl cutting machine. And so you can use that to create your glasses, you can use that to create your t-shirts. And so I had someone take me aside and show me how to use that. And then from that, that's how the t-shirts started. I saw some pictures on Facebook and inquired about that and found classes within Facebook to teach me how to do other things. And
So, were
so,
these, can I interrupt, Tiffany? Were
sure,
these classes free, or was there a modest fee to get the learning that was necessary?
there definitely was a fee.
Okay,
Um, there definitely was a fee. I mean, when I
okay.
first started, it was a friend showing me how to do it. There was no fee. But in order for me to be able to, for my business to grow, I had to pay for classes to learn these different things.
I think that's perfectly reasonable in the world of business. One of the things I share with people is you have to be prepared to pay for information, because that is
Absolutely.
how the system works, particularly in your industry, which is extremely technical. In my opinion, to do what you do is a craft, and you have to learn it. I wouldn't have the skills to do something like that. But so you pay to go to these classes to enhance your knowledge base to do your passion. Is that a fair
Correct.
statement? And so tell me more.
So some of these classes, I'm looking around, everything's behind me.
I
um,
know, I see. It's all good.
um, I took one class. One lady had, you paid a fee and she showed you how to do several things. One of them was applying vinyl to glasses, whether you put on their happy birthday, um, good luck, bridesmaid, things like that. I just chose to go a different direction and place images on glasses.
Okay.
So
Like
I
people,
wanted, I'm sorry.
people, when you say
Uh,
images, what does that mean?
Most of them, because I am a black owned company, I tend to cater to black women. And
Okay.
so I would put black women on glasses.
Okay.
Um, some glasses have, I added bling to their glass. So I added like rhinestones to glasses, like maybe for their hair. Just something that would be a little bit different.
Embedded in the glass product
It would,
yourself?
it's actually on top of the glass.
Okay, so on top of the glass. Wow, that's interesting. And you don't have problems with it popping off or
No,
anything
ma'am.
like that?
No, ma'am.
No, no
So I
problem.
mean, it's a you hand wash it, but as long as you take care of the glass with the instructions that I have included, then it'll last for a while.
Okay, that's so you picked up those skills through social media.
Yes, yes.
That's very, very significant, Tiffany, because in the old school, people learned those skills by comme ci, comme ça, or someone had to teach them, but it was not through a venue such as Facebook. That's a lot of people.
Yeah, you can cover a lot of people on Facebook and providing these classes. There are a lot of people out there who don't know who want to learn how to do specific things like making T-shirts and making glasses, and that information is out on Facebook. I've had a few people ask me directly if I could help them to learn this, and I have done small parties, and by small I mean five or less,
Okay,
and showing people on how to um, create T-shirts and create glasses as well.
okay. Now, if you're playing the role of instructor with something like that, are you providing them as a wholesaler? Are you providing them with the resources and the glasses and the vinyl? Is that a part of the relationship, or you just teach and go?
What I try to do is I will take a glass or a cup, and I'll take that and take the necessary vinyl that they need to create that while we're in class. And so
Okay,
just kind of teaching them the basics of what they need to do, how to upload the images, and to um, hook up their Cricut machine, and to be able to create the design and cut it out and apply it to their glass or their T-shirt.
now is there a process that would allow you or them to not have to be so hands-on? Is there a machinery or a manufacturing opportunity with these glasses so that they could be produced in quantity, or are they more of your custom?
They're more of a custom. They're more custom.
Okay,
So I mean, they can do. It's more hands on.
okay, okay. No,
It's
there's
hands on.
nothing wrong with custom because custom means unique, one of a kind, different. But my question to you would be, as a businesswoman, how does custom impact on your ability to produce in quantity? How does that work?
So I am. I'm a one woman show. So
Okay.
um, if someone it depends on the quantity of what they're asking for. If they're asking for something that like vinyl on a glass or rhinestones, it's just going to take time for me to do it.
So are you going to be able, because time is money for an entrepreneur, so for a custom order like that, do you have a minimum or is it one? I mean, how do you cover your
They can
costs?
order as many as they shall choose. It doesn't have to be like a minimum order quantity, but I do say that allow up to 3 weeks for completion, just because if I have other orders out there, I want to be able to fulfill in the time frame in which I said that I would. Now, if I get it done earlier, wonderful.
Right.
But just allow me 3 weeks to complete it.
Okay, so you feel that you are able to make a vinyl jug in 3 weeks and maintain your margin on one jug?
Yes.
Okay, that's good to know, because in the model we have out here today, the Walmart model, which is mass produced in China, shipped over here, and then retailed through Walmart or Target or one of the very many retail outlets to move that product. The manufacturer in China takes the hit because this thing has to go through several cycles before it gets to retail. And then, of course, Walmart has to make their profit. And so I was just trying to determine, I know it works well for you as a one-person operation, but as you grow and expand, do you see this as potentially being a challenge?
I do. I do have at least one person that I know who tends to help me when I have like different events, and she does some of the same things. So she has agreed to be my assistant and help me to make product.
Okay. So she will help you to sell it, but will she be involved in the actual manufacturing part of the product?
Yes.
Okay, so you make sure you get a non-compete.
Yes.
Yes. I'm telling
Yes,
you,
ma'am.
girlfriend will learn well and girlfriend will be gone. No, I'm not trying to be funny. Madam C.J. Walker and all our very great people out here. I mean, that's how she got her start, is from watching carefully somebody else and taking it up a notch, and then off she went to the races. But, and I'm not opposed to that. I learned when I lived in China, Tiffany, the Chinese have a philosophy that nothing is original. Nothing. It can be created, recreated, and sold. And that's how they feel about knockoffs, Louis Vuitton, everything. They do not have an attachment to anything. It's about make it, move it, and sold. So I just had to put that in just as a thought as you grow, because I do believe your business is going to take off very, very well. How's your competition based on your price points?
We are running about the same.
Really?
Ma'am.
Okay, so is there anything to distinguish your product from somebody else?
Well, lately,
Yes.
I have been trying to cater to other small businesses, and I feel like you should not, as an entrepreneur, be out and not have something on that represents your brand.
I agree.
And so what I've been doing lately is I have been making, I've made t-shirts for entrepreneurs. I've made handbags. I've made keychains, shoes, things like that.
For
luggage
the
covers,
for the
just
business
something
community.
different.
Can you
That's
show
going
me?
to, if nothing else, stop them and say, hey, where did you get that at? Where can I get that at?
Because
You know,
that's
what type of
what
business do you
attracted
have?
me to you. I saw.
Right.
Do you have that? Do you have that suitcase with
I
you?
do.
I need
do.
to see. We need to see this, listeners, viewers. Look at this. particularly those of you that are self-employed and are struggling with creating a brand or name recognition. Of course, my name recognition is a money lady, but I did it in the old school way because we didn't have the technology. But fast forward, there's going to be some changes because I met this woman. But can you show me because that's what stopped me in my tracks. I was like, what is this? And where did you get this? That was all I wanted to know as a businesswoman, to see your face on a suitcase that you were toting. So can you let us see that?
I sure can.
Okay. Oh my God.
So
That's you.
It's a cover.
Yeah.
And it attaches to the bottom so it doesn't get misplaced. So, yes.
So that goes on a suitcase.
Yes, it slips right over top of the suitcase, and on the bottom, it has a clip and it has a zipper and to hold it in place. And so, yes.
Off you go.
You put anything that you want to on this suitcase. If you want to put your business information on here, whatever you want to apply to this cover, you can. I chose myself.
But I bet you never lose your luggage.
Never.
I bet you people ask like me, where'd you get that?
Yes.
I know that because that's what I said. For the record, I gotta have that. I talked to my photographer, his assistant yesterday when I was at the office, and I said it's time for me to have a professional upgrade because I'm getting ready to put my face on my luggage. And he was like, can I do that for myself?
Absolutely.
I told him, absolutely. We're not selfish. We all want to do well. So for something like that, what is the price point on that if I want to buy it?
So for that's considered a small cover. So that one is $25. You have small, medium, and large.
That's all?
That's all.
Okay. You are making money.
I am.
Okay. Because I'm going to say, I'm not going to support this if you're not making money on this. But what sizes does that piece come in?
It comes in small, medium, and large. So the small is 25, the medium is 30, and then the large is 35.
Those prices are phenomenal. Business owners or just normal people, you need to buy that. You need to call her and buy it. Why? Because you talk about a conversation starter. You don't know where that can lead to. Today, it's so unique and so very, very different. Tiffany, I thank you so much for that item. And I certainly will be in touch with you as soon as I get my pictures done from my professional photographer. I want to do that because that is everything. I mean, for business owners to create a brand and to have an image is essential. Essential. Walmart doesn't have to worry about brand because they have, along with Amazon, and they got the market. They don't have to do those kind of things. But for business owners, small business owners, it's very important to create your brand and stay consistent with that. That's one of the frustrations I see when I look at business owners. I can't figure out who they are. Have you observed that yourself?
Yeah, I have. I've been in groups to where people will say, I do this or I do that, and then I'll go to like their business or to go to their page, and their business information isn't listed anywhere. And that's a problem for me. I don't want to have to go through all of your information on your Facebook to find out about your name, about your business.
Right. Right.
If you go to mine, it says owner of.
No, I went to yours. I went to yours immediately. It's a good website. It's a good website. Did you design your website?
I did.
Wonderful.
I did.
Wonderful. So you were able to get the message out. Now, with websites, again, the challenge has always been with business owners being able to identify your market and then generate traffic through that website. How were you able to identify your market? Although African American women is a huge market and they do have disposable income, and is shipping included in the price, or is that an add-on?
That's an additional price.
Okay.
Most people, their order are here in the city, so they can pick their items up from me. But if I
Okay.
I'm sorry.
No, that's okay.
But they can pick it up, or if they so choose, they want to have it mailed out. I've had people ask me if I can mail it out to a family member, and I can definitely do that as well. But
Okay,
there is an
so
additional cost to that.
now how difficult is the decision-making on shipping versus pickup? Which one makes more sense in terms of cost efficiencies?
I mean, pickup is always going to be better than shipping, but the option is out there if they want to pick it up or if they want me to mail it to them.
Okay, okay. So what is your primary venue for distribution of your products? How do you get your name out here? What do you do beside the website?
I attend different vendor events. I
Now
try
tell
to do
my
at least one.
listeners, because we can't assume everybody knows everything. What is a
Okay.
vendor event?
A vendor event is where you would go. It's like a pop-up shop, and there will be a variety of different vendors there selling their product.
Okay.
So recently, my last vendor event was held in downtown Cincinnati. It was given by a local promoter here. His name is Orlando Chapman.
Mm-hmm.
And so he does these different events. And so he invited different small business owners to come and sell their product.
Where
And
was
so
this located? Where was the event?
it was downtown on Court Plaza.
Yeah.
Apparently there's a skating rink down there as well. Who knew?
Who knew?
But so he had an event there, and so there were different vendors there or different small businesses there to sell
Okay.
their product. And so that's what I tend to do outside of using social media. I'll attend different events and showcase the items that I have.
So when you are showcasing your items for these events, are you depending upon the promoter to drive traffic to your particular stand? How do you get the word out?
I do use social media a lot. I have quite a few people who support me, and so I invite them and tell them to invite their friends to come
Yes.
down and support me, because we as business owners, we cannot assume that the promoter is going to get all of the people there. You have
Right.
to promote your business yourself and invite the people that support you to come, and then also bring their friends as well and let their friends know.
So do you give any kind of discounting if they're bringing all of their friends? Like if their friend makes mention of them, you will credit to them a certain dollar amount, something like that, to cross promote. Do you do that?
It's something that I'm working on.
Okay.
I'm working on it.
It can get muddy because it depends on your margins. And again, if you're priced at the prices you have, if a person brings a friend, I don't know how much slack you could cut them, because your prices are, I told you, I'll take them all. I just take them all because they are wonderful. So you're targeting the African American female, and are there any other groups that you are fishing your way through?
Our men, our African American men, I try to do something for them as well. Just recently at the last vendor event I had some things there about Black fathers, Black men, and it honestly got a few guys to come to my booth.
Did they buy?
They were surprisingly willing to make that purchase.
Okay.
They not only purchased for themselves, but they also purchased for their wives as well.
Oh, wonderful. That I like. Anything for children?
I do have, I have like small things for children. Like I may have like a purse. I have a small purse back there that for girls. Nothing for the little boys yet, but I'm working on
I
it.
know you are. It's a lot. Do you have outside advisors that contribute to your creativity and development of certain items, or are you just going by your gut?
In reality, I'm going by my gut.
No, but that's a good
um,
attribute. That's a good attribute for
going by my
entrepreneurs.
gut.
Yeah.
My cousin had purchased a tumbler, and we were at an event, and people kept asking at her booth, "Well, where'd you get that tumbler?" And she's like, "Oh, I got it from Tiffany, Creative Teas." And so they would come down and try, come down to purchase
The
the
tumblers.
tumbler, but they were impressed because it had a black woman on it.
Of course.
So,
Of course. Of
so
course.
then I started trying to make tumblers, drinking tumblers that also had black women in it as well. So
Okay.
just trying to, based off of feedback from other people,
Mm-hmm.
it's kind of how, and going with my gut on how to determine what it is that I sell and make.
Have you had at this early stage, and I do say early, because usually it takes 5 years to get your groove on and to really know with confidence what works and what doesn't. So, would you be completely transparent? If you don't feel comfortable, you don't have to. But have you had any missteps so far that if you had to do it again, you wouldn't do it?
Not that I can think of off top.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Not that I can think of off top. I'm pretty
Okay.
sure there have been. I just can't think of what it might have been.
Okay.
Um,
Okay.
I
Because
just
it
know
seems.
that this is not easy.
Oh, would you say that again?
this
Because
this is not easy.
I'm telling you, it's deeper than
It's
children and a husband. It'll extract everything out of you and want
it's
more.
literally 24/7. Like I said, I work a full-time job, and then I come here and I work as well. May work another full 8 hours
Mm-hmm.
while I'm
Mm-hmm.
here. Um, it's a lot. It's a lot. Just trying to learn the different things. The website, trying to figure out which way to go with that. Who's going to be the best processor for me to use? It's a lot.
I know it is. And if I can give you any words of encouragement, I tell anyone that wants to cross over into entrepreneurship, did you not hear that Tiffany said she has a full-time job as a nurse, and then she comes and she runs her business? That's 16 hours, folks. Now, for those of you that are not predisposed to discipline, turn off that TV and grind it, then this may not be the road for you, because entrepreneurship is extremely intense, time demanding, and will crucify any kind of relationship you have with the opposite sex for fun, because your fun is watching this baby birth and grow. Is that a fair statement, Tiffany?
It absolutely is. You have to have someone who respects your grind in your business, who supports your business, and may even want to come and help you with your business.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it's a 24/7 thing. I mean, I leave here and then I go home and I sit on my couch with my laptop in my lap and I'm
I
still working.
I believe you. I absolutely, I believe you. Like I said, it'll kill any possible, relationships that are not of a business nature, because you just don't have time for that type of thing. Is that a fair statement?
Statement. It's a fair statement. But also being an entrepreneur, you have to literally make time for yourself. You have to make yourself sit down and take care of you.
Give me an
I call it
example.
self-care Sunday.
Okay, so is that
On
is what is
Sunday,
there a particular day or time, or what do you do? What does a self-care Sunday look like?
it could be me sitting still with nothing on, no TV on, no my laptop just plugged up, just sitting there relaxing, reading a good book, um, going out and hanging out with my girlfriends,
Yep.
um, who, they respect my grind as well. And we try to do something at least once a week just so that we can relax. So you
Are
can
they
definitely burn yourself
entrepreneurs
out.
as well? Are they entrepreneurs or are they just worker
They
bees?
Some of them are entrepreneurs as well.
Okay.
So they understand the hustle and the grind. Others are not, but they still understand and respect my business and what I need to do for my business. And so, but at the same time, they also tell me, Tiffany, it's time for you to step away and relax.
Yep. Yep. I'm going to tell you, listen to your friends, Tiffany, because I will tell you that is my major regret, if there are any to be said, is that I never took time for self-love. I was so driven to make my companies successful and profitable and raising children as a divorcee at that time. And I never took time for me. And I do feel that that's something you must do. Take time to love yourself, to movies, to hang out, anything, meditate, pray, whatever you need to do that is not related to that creation that you have. I'm going to have to tell you to do it. I'm with your girlfriends. Back away and do it because it does make a difference. Have you seen a difference yourself?
I have to have I call it also mental health days,
Yeah,
but um, it's hard. But I have it's starting to learn how to do it.
it takes a minute.
Because
It takes a minute.
I'm always thinking about, well, maybe I should have did this, or maybe I can do this, but I literally have to make myself sit still and not do anything, and it's hard.
Oh my God. I'm still I'm
But
still
it's
wired.
necessary.
I'm still wired. I mean, I'm not kidding you. You saw me. I'm still wired. I'm going to be at that office many times till midnight, working on client situations, looking at other things that I'm involved in. And all I can tell you, it's critical for your mental health, and you're a nurse, that you have balance if you're going to be in business.
Yeah,
You have to
absolutely.
have balance. And I also say, as an admonition to so many of my young people, partying is not self-care. You got to run your business. Run it. You cannot be running here and there talking about, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. Slow down, focus, and then do it. Pen to paper, execution, timelines, margins. If you don't know, go back to school and get your foundations, get your basics, because otherwise you may find yourself in and out, meaning I did it and then I couldn't afford it. And I'm glad to hear that you are still working, Tiffany.
Yes,
I am.
I am. I'm wanting to at some point do this full time, but I know that right now I'm not selling enough to do
Right,
that.
right. Well, it
Not
takes
selling enough.
it takes a minute. It really, it's called aggregation. Takes a minute. When all this work, and this is when you start finding people falling out and falling off because they don't have the brutal self-discipline and focus that is required to get them there. And then, Tiffany, when they get there, they find out that that's just the beginning because technology never sleeps and you got to constantly stay on top of your stuff. So can you share with me and for our viewers, has technology been an asset for you as we move into the metaverse conversation that is really news today, where people can do business in a very different way.
Having a website definitely has helped tremendously, just because it has allowed me to meet people or be able to share my product outside of Cincinnati. Um,
Okay.
so I have people who have placed orders who live in California, who live
Wow.
in Virginia, um, New York. And so I'm able, because of the website, they can just go on the website and order what it is that they want, and they don't have to be local to purchase that product. So definitely having a website is a necessity. Finding the right company to do your website is a necessity. And Shopify is who I use, and they
Okay.
have templates, and it made it easier for me to be able to create my online store.
Okay.
Um, was it a challenge still? Yes, because I'm just me and technology. We ain't the best of friends, but
Well, me neither. Ask my kids, what does that mean? They're like, Mom, come on. I'm like, wait a minute. In my day, computers didn't even exist. I did grad school using Fortran, which were humongous computers to do simple calculations. And today, a 4-year-old can do it. It's really been something. But I appreciate your challenge around the technology. But I got news for you, Tiffany. Technology only advances. It doesn't go backwards. So we have
sometimes you
to,
just gotta get up and walk away,
yep,
regroup, and come
yeah,
back.
like help me, please. I'm having a meltdown now. Walk
I've had a
away,
few of
walk
those.
away, walk away for a minute. Are there any recommendations or suggestions that you would make to anyone that wants to start their own business in today's market? Because today we're dealing with all kinds of challenges, from COVID to war to shipping, everything. I mean, you just wake up and you're just like, what's happening today? So, are there any thoughts and recommendations that you could make?
Feel like if this is something, I would try it as a whatever you're doing. I would try it as a craft first before you turn it into a business, just to see, find out who your market is, who your niche is, and then kind of just test it out like that. And if you find something that works for you, and you want to turn it into a business, you want to create a business name, that's going to be easy to find on the website. Um, but what you would need to do first is to go to your state offices and look and see, one, is that business, that name that you're thinking of, is taken. If it's not taken, then you will want to proceed on. Um, I got my domain name. I went to GoDaddy.com and got my domain
Excellent,
name.
excellent.
From there, I chose to go. From there, once I got my domain name, I also went to, I think it's irs.gov, got my EIN. It doesn't
Okay,
cost you anything. Um, to make sure you get that information. You go back to the like Ohio, go back and you can get your LLC. There's a cost for that, because if you're serious about that, you're going to need that LLC in order to open up your business banking account.
right.
So there's a lot of different steps to kind of get your business started. But the first thing is to find out what it is that you want to sell, and find and just kind of test out with the people that you know, um, just to kind of get their thoughts on it or see if they want to purchase. Now, I will say this: your family and friends, they'll support you in the beginning, but that is not who your customers are.
Would
And
you
you
say that
cannot,
again? Your family
because
and friends are not going to make you rich.
they're not going to make you rich.
Nope.
They may help you get out there. Like, they might come to a few vendor events, in the beginning, and, you know, um, bring some people with them, but that's not that's not your customer. They are they're your starter kit.
Right. I like that term. They are your starter kit, and
That's just
don't
your starter
have
kit.
expectations.
Yes, a lot of people get upset because their family and their friends don't support them. That is not who your customer is.
Right.
Anyway, that's your starter kit. That's who you bring your
Right.
idea to.
Right.
Ask them how they feel about it, because first off, they're gonna give you the most honest opinion
Aren't
ever.
they gonna give you an opinion?
And then you
Jeez.
have to go outside of them. The people outside of them is your customer, and you never
Right.
know where your customer is gonna come from. So when you're talking about your business or just being in business, you just have to be very professional. Um,
That's why they call
Professionalism
it a
is key.
grind. Every day,
Every day.
every
So
day, every day. It's about making it happen for yourself. So, are there any other thoughts that you would leave for the younger generation that's getting into this?
the younger generation, those are some go-getters.
Aren't they? But they're young. They're young. Think about you at 20. Zoom, 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 zoom.
Yeah, they're in the technology stage, and so they
Oh,
know of all the places to go as far as advertising their business. There's TikTok, there's Facebook, there's Instagram, there's some other ones, I don't know what they are, but use the resources that you have, um, and if you're going to do it and do it well. um, you're going to have to educate yourself in some things. I know that in this time and age, money is a little bit tight. Things, prices and everything are increasing. But in order for you to make your company work, you're going to have to spend some money to educate yourself, and help you to run your business.
I think
So,
that's good advice, and the economy may be doing badly, but Procter and Gamble, with their Tide and with their Bounty, their price points are going up, not down, because they say that their brands are so superior to competition that their response is higher prices. And for those who like Bounty, they'll just have to grit and spend the money. Do you think that that's the case when we're dealing with boutique shops such as yours that are providing products that are not readily available? I mean, your stuff we cannot find online, Tiffany. We can't. So does that suggest that despite the economy and inflation, that you are still providing an extraordinary product and you do have room for price flexibility? Is that a thought?
I know with everything increasing, I still try to keep my items affordable. Um, I know some of the vendors that I've used, I haven't seen their prices go up, so therefore mine don't go up.
Well, that's good.
So like I said, I just try to keep it affordable, and just seeing other businesses like mine, our prices are compatible, so I know that I'm in the right place.
Right. I think you're absolutely correct. And again, I don't know what role, if any, buying product from China. Are you running into any challenges on base products that are coming in from China?
I don't have any problems with my vendors at all.
That is wonderful. That is absolutely wonderful. Do you have relationships that would support tightening of those relationships, perhaps contractually instead of informally? Do you have to deal with that?
I don't.
Oh gosh, that's even better. I'm hoping that we don't get to that, but things are difficult for so many people. What do you find to be the major challenge that you're facing as you move ahead into 2023, which is right around the corner now. We've had 4th of July, so we're now heading into another year. And so as I look at your business, where you've evolved from a craft to now you're actually boots on the ground, where do you see this going? What challenges do you see as a business owner moving ahead?
Some of the challenges that I have are just trying to get better equipment.
Upgrading. Mm-hmm.
I need to upgrade.
Okay.
I started my business with my laptop, a 8.5 by 11 printer, and a t-shirt press.
Okay.
The more I learn, the more I realize that some of those items need to be a lot bigger so that I can do bigger items for people. So for me, it's just a matter of being able to get, those are my challenges, just trying to get larger printers and presses to be able to
Capital
do more.
equipment.
Yeah,
Ken,
my
before
equipment.
because time is wrapping up quickly, and there's some things I would like you to share with us off of your shelf. Can I see some of those stainless steel containers that you make that are class-specific African American women? Can I see that? Can you show that to us? Okay, I'd be appreciative if you would. Okay. Can we go back to that's what I wanted. That is lovely.
So we have
That's
this young.
lovely. Tell me a little bit about that.
So in her Afro puff, it says, she's gorgeous, responsible, beautiful, smart, persistent, sophisticated, alluring.
Oh,
So those are all the traits of Black women. And then we also have celebrating Black history.
that's wonderful. Now, how much are those?
These tumblers they're 20 ounce, they're 20 ounce stainless steel tumblers. They come with straws. They are $25.
That's totally in the market for custom. Now, what is that? That looks interesting.
And her says she has mad hustle and a dope soul.
Oh yes, that's for the young girls with her
young
hoop
girls.
earrings. Yes, 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 yes.
And then I want to show you something of kind of like how I started, like the glasses that I started with as far as the rhinestone.
Okay, now notice we've only got 5 minutes, so okay.
So if you can see it.
I think so. Oh wow. Okay, those are actually drink glasses.
Yes, these are drink glasses.
Okay. And do you offer them as sets, or are they all unique and individual?
They're individual, but of course, if you want a set, then we can make it a set as well.
Okay, how much are they?
But this is kind of how I first started.
Oh wow, with those glasses.
These glasses.
I like them. Those are nice. How long did it take you to really perfect your craft?
Not long.
Okay.
Maybe about a good week.
A good week?
Yes, ma'am.
To learn how to do that? I'm just not creative. I'll buy it from you though. That's okay. I don't have to do it. I can buy it. That's fine with me. I don't have to be a master. That's why we have people such as yourself. But the price point on that glass was how much?
It's $20.
$20 for the glass. And you have different types of symbols and things that you can put in?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's nice too. That is very, very nice too. Well, I want to say this, and that is that time is wrapping up. Can you give a phone number, please?
Yes. My phone number is 513-344-6801. My website is called Creative And creative is spelled CRE, the number 8, TIVE, teasandmore.com. So it's
Okay.
creativeteasandmore.com.
And that is, and give me your phone number again. You prefer for them to do business with you on web or by telephone?
I prefer online. I'll give you my email address as well.
Okay.
My email address is tiffday, TIFFDAY, the number 1, at gmail.com.
Okay, that's easy enough.
And then Creative Teas and More, as I gave you the website for that, and I'm also on Facebook as
Okay,
well.
you are on. Your company's on, or you are on?
Both. My
Okay.
company is on Facebook.
Okay, great. That sounds absolutely wonderful. And I'm just going to encourage you to not be frustrated, because it is a process. When you look at these great companies we have out here today, they just didn't arrive yesterday. It took a lot of work, The early CEOs and people in these organizations, they just had grit and grind. That's all I can call it, grit and grind. They got down. And whether they're in China, where they really get down, I lived over there. It's scary. They are so OCD. You know that term. Those people are OCD. Period. They don't ever sleep. I don't know if it's sleep apnea. I just know they don't ever sleep. But I appreciate your time today. We are wrapping up, and I'm going to talk to my audience now. And Tiffany, blessings to you, and I certainly look forward to putting my order in. As soon as I get my pictures back, I'm going to be making that move and getting my stuff, because you're phenomenal. You are phenomenal.
I look forward to it.
Thank you so much. God bless you.
Thank you.
You take care.
You as well.
You as well. Bye-bye. Well, viewers, isn't that exciting? I think it is. And in the remaining time, may I encourage all of you to pursue your dreams, pursue your passion. You got to have passion to do this every single day. For years, in my case, 40 years, every day, always something. And I'm excited about it, and I'm excited for the opportunity that you have allowed me to bring you, Tiffany, into your world. And please, people that are negative, stay away from them. They got problems. They got issues. You don't need it. You don't want it. So cut your losses. Do the work that is necessary. Do the research. You got access to Google. You got access to government resources with SBA, SCORE. They have people that will train and work with you. You got schools that you can learn online, face-to-face. So on today's segment of Entrepreneurship, I'm Michelle Graves. And as always, I wish you a wonderful, awesome, tremendous, blessed day. It is your divine and human right to have peace, love, and joy. So I close out today's segment wishing you everything but only the very best. You take care. Bye-bye.